This is the JFJ Conspiracy, where the shop talk is rock.
I'm Frank, and this is the JFJ Conspiracy Podcast. As you can see, mine is J&J. Both Jim and Jerry have personal commitments this week they have to attend to, and we didn't want to leave you without a podcast whatsoever. So I'm throwing together here a little behind-the-scenes look at our show. Got some clips from the last 15 episodes, and we'll get back to a regular show next week or the week after. Going to review Foreigner 4. And we each have some bands to present to you. But this week, sit back and relax and kind of watch, listen, however you're enjoying this podcast, our behind-the-scenes look at the past 15 episodes. When we first started talking about the podcast and putting it on the air and whatnot, we initially thought, well, let's do a cartoon. You know, let's make an animation, and that way we don't have to be on camera or anything. Did not realize the toll it was going to take on the computer, and plus how time-consuming it is to throw an hour of a podcast together and make it work with animation. It's just unbelievable. So we opted, after our first two episodes, which was audio only, we opted to record via Skype because we're all in different areas. It makes it really simple to do. And but stepping back, let's look at an early clip of a promo we did, and it's on YouTube. You've probably seen it, but here is a early promo that we did with the animation.
I'm Jim.
And I'm Frank.
And I'm Jerry, and we are the JFJ Conspiracy.
Check out our podcast where we'll be talking about some of our favorite new music.
And some classic gems.
We'll tell you all about what we love.
And probably a few arguments, too.
And some laughs. Check out the link below to hear our latest picks.
On the JFJ Conspiracy Podcast, we pretty much have a rule that politics are off limits. We just don't try to mingle politics with the show. It's about rock and roll. It's about music. And while there is politics and bands do talk politics in their music, we stay away from it. We're three very different individuals. We each have our own opinions about things, and we just leave that for another time. And we try to keep it nice and airy and light. And here's one of our outtakes that didn't make the show, where we were just discussing a little bit of politics.
I'm gonna keep it light, so
okay.
We're gonna try to get this down to 45 minutes.
I don't know if that's gonna happen because I got a question for you guys right after we start too, and I want to spring it on you, so I want it to be live. So
okay,
I want your honest opinions, and we'll go from there. And yeah, I'm not trying to be a negative Nelly, but I'm just trying to always play the devil's advocate on these things. So
look, before we start, it's not should Trump build the wall, right?
No, it's never politics on this. Never politics.
Thank goodness.
I learned how to say it in Spanish.
Did
Build
you?
a wall. Yeah, construye ese muro.
Oh, very good.
For what it's worth.
Not long into doing our podcast, Greta Van Fleet was on Saturday Night Live, and I watched it and discussed it on one of our podcasts. I'm not a fan of them, as you know, if you've been following us. And here's our little discussion on Greta Van Fleet. Did either one of you catch Greta Van Fleet on Saturday Night Live?
I did not.
Didn't stay up that late when it happened, but watched it on YouTube.
Okay. Cindy and I watched it, and immediately was trying to figure out what the lead singer was wearing. It looked like a woman's outfit of some kind. Throwback to the 70s, had some frills on it, and
60s
some
even.
gauchos or something. I don't know.
Frilly stuff, some leather, some leather
Yeah.
stuff that's cutting strands, like that moves. And
Well, the
like
first song they
moccasins.
played, and I can't tell you the name of it because I'm not a fan of theirs, there was no hook to that song whatsoever. And we sat there, and we both sat there with open minds to watch this new
No, you didn't.
great
Frank.
upset. Oh, no, we did. Because you know what?
You sat there with an open mind at 11:30 on a Saturday night.
Well, I actually didn't watch it. I watched it at 9 o'clock in the morning on Sunday after 2 cups of coffee. So,
okay.
but a large portion of our show is improvised. We have the beginning intros and our outro. That's the only thing that's the same every week. Everything in between is off the cuff. Some weeks we get a chance to really do our research on the bands, and other weeks we don't. And then sometimes if you're trying to, we're trying to push T-shirts or whatever we're doing, we try to do a promo. And in the beginning, I would send the guys scripts basically and ask them, hey, check this out, let's do this. And it doesn't have to be exactly like I wrote, but let's do something of that nature. And Jim and Jerry are both always awesome. They don't have a whole lot of pushback. They go with the flow. And here's one of our early attempts at a tagline, and it not going so well. Here you go.
I'm Jim.
And I'm Frank.
And I'm Jerry from the JFJ Conspiracy Podcast, and we've got some exciting news for next week's podcast, number 8. What did I forget? I forgot something.
Yeah, the shop talk is still
Shop
rock.
talk is rock.
You want me to say
Okay.
that part? Then you can jump in, Jerry.
Yeah.
We'll do it like
And
we
then
do
I'll
the
do
normal
it-
show.
Yeah, do our normal shtick.
And then
One of the hardest things to do is to keep Jerry on track. And I'm not saying that to knock him. I love the guy dearly, but during baseball season, that's some important stuff. And here's a little clip, and you can see him kind of filter off when we're talking about baseball. That would help. So how about you guys? A good weekend?
yeah. Dodger season. I got my Spectrum. I got my 75-inch. Oh, it's beautiful.
Well, it wasn't so good for you yesterday, but
No, that was the. And I think it's tied just now. I was watching it earlier. I shut it off because I know I'll get excited watching it. So. Not as excited as I get watching you guys. That's excitement right there. Yeah, that's pure excitement.
So if you've noticed, Jim has a thing for bands with female singers, and Jerry and I knock him about that quite a bit. We have a lot of fun with that. If you follow us on Facebook, you see that a lot of the bands from the pick of the day, a lot of the bands for a while there were female singers, and we called him out on that. And here's what he had to say about that. Good. Yeah. It's certainly, and I want to make a mention right now. All week long, if you guys follow us on Facebook, you see that we post a song of the day. Each of us post a pick of the day. And today is Wednesday, 3rd day in a row. Jim has not picked a band with a female singer. Is that on purpose?
He's doing it on purpose, Frank. No, he's trying to lull us into a false sense of security, and then he's gonna, when we do the show.
Well, I know the band he's going to present next week is not going to have a female singer. He's already told us that.
I already said that.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about this band too. They are.
I love it.
3 tough cookies, man.
All right.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, we'll leave it at that then. And if there's nothing else, guess what?
The shop's closed.
The shop is closed. Good night,
Keep rocking, folks. Good night.
All right. Yeah, I know.
No female singer, really? Is the bass player female, Jim? Come on now. You didn't really go cold turkey, did you?
You went cold turkey.
Is the producer female?
I don't think so.
Are the songs under 3 minutes?
Yeah, that's a.
I'm sure they're probably right around 3 minutes.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
He didn't sell us out, Frank.
No,
We still got some old Jim.
Yeah,
anything more than that's tough to take. I'm telling you.
I wrote.
I think I've gotten worse as I get older. I think my attention span is actually shrinking.
Well, you know right away if you like the song to begin with. And
Yeah, you do.
Usually, if a song starts off good, it doesn't get worse. Very rarely does a song go downhill unless it's one of those bands that change tempos all the time. But if it's a good rock or pop song, it starts off good. It's going to be good.
Yep.
But
I know, but sometimes I find myself like I'll play a song and I'll get halfway in and go like, "Yep, I sure like that one still." All right, let's move on to the next one.
Yeah.
I think it's our age also, guys.
It is.
It's just like,
Time is of the
I
essence.
think at this stage in life, time is of the essence. And plus, you know what? I like this one. Let me listen to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let me get 48 seconds of that. Yeah, I like that one.
One of the bands we've never discussed on the show is Motley Crue, and it's not because they don't have any good music or anything like that. We're not saying that at all. They just haven't come up. But one time after the show was done recording, I wanted to talk to the guys, and here's one of our little discussions on Motley Crue.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, I know we never talk about Motley Crue, but do you have a favorite and least favorite album from them? Did you collect their
favorite
stuff?
album? Favorite album is absolutely the debut.
Right, the Leather Records version.
Leather Records version.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
I like every single song on that.
Yep.
And I like the original mixes with the original intros. And
They were a lot more raw when they were new.
Sound like right out of the garage. It was perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think Shout at the Devil is a decent album. Everything after that, kind of downhill.
They're one, I think it's New Tattoo. I think that's the name of the album. Tommy Lee's not on it. They had that girl playing drums. I went and saw them. It was halfway through the concert before I realized Tommy wasn't playing drums and it was a woman.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
really?
but she killed it. But
where was I when this was going on? I already checked out.
Yeah. Oh, this was they had kind of fallen to the bottom, and they were kind of making their way back up. Tommy, I say he wanted to be a DJ, so he split. He was doing that hip hop thing, and they came out with that album, which is not a bad album actually, but Nikki Sixx is like, you know what? If Tommy's not going to be in the band, we're not going to do this anymore. It's got to be Motley Crue or nothing.
I didn't think Generation Swine was a good album.
No,
whatever.
It was garbage. It was kind of thrown together, and but the New Tattoo, I think that's where they did the Tube song. What was that? White Punks on Dope.
They did White Punks on
Dope.
Yeah.
I missed out then because I love that song.
That's actually they did.
Same here.
They did a Motley version of it. I mean,
was it good?
It was okay. I'm not a huge fan of Vince Neil's voice, but it's
it's amazing what the studio can do.
Absolutely. You watch that live stuff, it's scary.
Oh, I got about 10 seconds, Frank. Man, he needs to take a nap right now.
Poor guy. Yeah,
and he apply.
Yeah.
Just he was out of breath. He was what am I?
He doesn't sing anymore. He just kind of hoots and hollers a little bit. But,
yeah.
Oh well.
I noticed he let the audience sing a lot.
That's his
there
thing,
you go.
Yeah.
Sing it,
Yeah. Because I sure don't.
Because I don't.
But I do remember reading him complaining that Nikki Sixx wrote these lyrics that were run-on sentences, and he demanded that he sing every word. So he would have to overdub over overdub after overdub to get all these lyrics down that were impossible to do live. And it shows.
Oh, yeah, that's why.
Now he's gotten down to, 1 word out of 5.
Right.
Devil. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That was Nikki's baby.
Yeah.
I mean, it was Nikki's baby, and if it weren't for Nikki, none of those guys would have gone anywhere.
No.
Nope.
I wish we could find the music of Mick Mars, the band he was in before, because it was like a country western outfit.
I remember when you sent that picture. It's like,
he's got a solo album. I guess is actually going to see the light of day.
Yeah, he says a lot harder than anything Motley ever did. So I'm looking forward to it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we'll see. One of the episodes that we did, we each picked 5 songs we were happy never hearing again. And what I'm going to do for right now is play for you our number 1 least favorite song from each of us. And check out our reactions. I think it was a fun episode.
Welcome to the jungle. My God.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it no more.
Wow.
Wow. Do you know where you are? Yes, I know where I'm at, Axel.
And so my last song, and you guys may or may not agree, but again, talking about the power ballads and all that, this is from a band who don't really care for a whole lot of their stuff, but it's Poison with Every Rose Has Its Thorn.
To me, that is the biggest Kiss ripoff band. I mean, you got your Ace Frehley / CC DeVille solo in every song. I like Poison a lot because I got my little Kiss Jones from it.
Yeah. And you know me, 3 minutes.
Yeah,
3 minutes.
That's
song.
it. Oh, we know that, Jim. Oh boy, yeah, we got that.
Okay, so now the last one. Let the hate mail begin. Bohemian Rhapsody.
Whoa. shots fired.
Oh, James, old boy.
What do you
Really?
not like
Queen?
about that?
I say.
That has everything in one song.
Wow, Jim.
Yeah, everything but the kitchen sink.
Is that why? That's why.
Like, I never cared for the song when it came out.
Wow.
Now I get the genius of it, the way he wrote it, and he did all the vocal parts, and I know you guys just saw the movie, so you're all in love with the song again. I'll tell you where I like it. I like it where the guitar kicks in and that whole kind of
headbang
part, that little section. I love.
Yeah.
If they would have just made that song kind of that, I'd probably be cool with it. But
no Scaramouche and no Fandango, Jim.
Nope.
A little silhouette though.
But my real problem with it, it's not the kind of tune that, like, if it came on, I'd like just automatically switch it.
Right.
Yeah.
Same thing. I've heard it a gazillion times since, I don't know what, 7th grade or something, and it's just
All right, 7th grade.
permanently etched in my brain. I can play it over in my head if I wanted to hear it. I don't need to hear it on the radio ever again.
This last little bit is just a little montage of some different things, laughter, good times that we've had. This has been a fun podcast to make. There's a lot of work involved, but at the same time, it's a lot of fun. So enjoy this. We'll get back to you. We'd love to hear you. Jerry, you got anything you want to end this on?
Just keep rocking, people, and hang on a second, since we're right smack in between Christmas and New Year's, folks.
Look at you.
Yeah, we're right in between Christmas and New Year's, folks. You can figure out what date this is being recorded, but everybody just keep rocking in the new year, like Neil Young says, right? Keep our free world. But yeah, give us a listen on all the sites and let us know what you think. And like Jim says, smash that like button if you like us. Smash it if you don't.
Why do I want a bowl of Lucky Charms right now? I don't know. But...
Well, they're magically delicious, Frank. That's why.
That's fine.
I think that's why.
Could be our enabler.
Frank, Jim. Oh,
how
that's
right you are,
scary.
my friend. Yeah. All right. Well, that will do it for this episode of the JFJ Conspiracy Podcast. Like I said, we'll be back in a week or two. We'll be reviewing 4 Under 4 and checking out 3 new bands that we'll be presenting to you. And with that, the shop is closed. Goodbye.